This is your Cornell Notes tutorial. Before you start writing anything, we are going to talk about why we take notes, why Cornell notes, and what goes in those. And at the end, you're going to see a slide that tells you to practice, and we're going to practice together what Cornell notes should look like. And it's your actual tutorial page that'll go on page 2 in your ISN. Okay, so Cornell Notes, it helps with your critical thinking. You're really trying to answer essential questions, questions that are given. What is the main purpose or focus for the day or that lecture, whether that be in a PowerPoint or a reading or just a lecture that your teacher, which would be me, gives in class. So you're really digging in and thinking about what the purpose is. It helps you remember the things that are said in class. When you put things in your own words and you're not just writing word for word what I give you, that's helping you to clarify the information, and it helps it stick a little bit better. So it's always better to put things in your own words when you can. It also helps you prepare for tests and other assignments, and we're going to talk more about that in just a few minutes when we practice. So this is probably one of the best ways and the most simplistic ways to take notes that help you study for your tests. Now, they also help you solve problems. So if you are stuck on something, and then it helps you kind of focus in on what that main idea is, it's going to whittle things down for you and make things a little bit more clear. And you'll pick up on that as we're working through our notes throughout the year. But they also help you with organization, and that's something I absolutely love, is staying organized and being able to process information in a clear way. That is really going to help you. And I know it seems very industrial, I guess you would say, to do or set up Cornell Notes. It's not always fun looking, but it's definitely organized, and it's going to help you with your study process. Now, it helps you by recalling. You are going through your notes several times. You're going to write the notes. You're going to go back and you're going to highlight the notes. You're going to make sure that you've answered those questions. And then you're going to actually write a summary. So you're going through those notes quite a bit. And then when you get home, you should be studying those notes. Just, 5 minutes every time you take notes, just going over and doing the folding over the section with the notes and trying to answer those questions on your own, which is a great study technique. You're going to be going over them quite a bit. So it should help you with retention and remembering what that information is. Now, this really is, and what it was actually set up for when it was done at Cornell University, it is meant to be a study guide. So you are taking those questions that could possibly be asked on a test, and you're trying to answer those questions to the side, which in turn will get to that essential question, what is the purpose of the lesson, which you're also going to answer, of course, in the summary. Okay, so why take Cornell Notes? So how can Cornell Notes help me organize my ideas? And you can see we kind of have a little bit of a setup here to show you what Cornell Notes should look like. Of course, this is very, very neat. They can be used as an outline. So if you're trying to outline a chapter, and that's basically the way you set it up, it keeps it very focused, and you're being succinct, which means just short and sweet. You're getting right to the point. It organizes all those little details for you. It also can be something that is super detailed when you need it to be. But it's always better to keep it short and sweet. So it depends on what the information given is. Now, notes should be taken sequentially, which means it should be taken in order. You should start with the beginning and work your way through. Don't go all over the place. If you can, try to keep it sequential. Especially in history, it's confusing sometimes to go out of order in dates. And we do that on certain concepts, but for the most part, it's nice to stick to a timeline. Writing a summary about the information that you've learned or you've gone over, this is part of that clarification that we were talking about. It reinforces those ideas and helps with retention. It is a study tool. So it's defining key terms, explaining certain concepts, main ideas, what the focus of the day is. And you're going to hear me say that a lot. So essential question, what is our focus? What is the goal? What are we hoping to achieve by the end of this? So what are the benefits to me? After class, you can add questions to the left side if you think of other things that might help you and try to answer those, or you think you maybe a certain set of notes answers a different type of question that wasn't given. You can add that in. It's used as a study tool. It's a quick overview, and it gives you a way to pinpoint specific topics. Now, in your summary, this is added at the end of all of the notes. So it's not a page by page thing. The summary should sum up everything you've written about that essential question or that topic. So this is done at the very end, and it should be answering that essential question. Now, here's where we're going to practice. So you're going to watch the video, and I'm right along with you taking the notes. So what I write, you need to write, and it should be fairly clear. If you have questions for me, you can ask me in class.